SNAP food assistance, a lifeline for roughly 42 million low-income Americans, now set to run out of money by the end of the week.
It's time to call on people to donate. Absolutely. And time to call on government officials to get back to work.
The USDA posting a partisan message on its website, blaming Democrats for the shutdown, saying the well has run dry, and appearing to contradict their earlier plan to potentially use available emergency funds to cover food assistance during a shutdown. In Massachusetts, where more than 1 million people will lose SNAP benefits, Democratic Governor Maura Healey pointing the finger squarely at President Trump.
President Trump has chosen to stop all SNAP benefits to Americans starting next week. Leadership is a choice. And sadly, President Trump has chosen to take away food from people all around this country.
And in Michigan,
which isn't a false statement to make, but the way she's delivering it is trying to be sassy and catty when she is the fucking governor of Massachusetts, and she should be speaking with brimstone and fire and talking about how Massachusetts won't stand for this. We will support you. We will back you up. When this administration, your president, your leadership refuses to do so. Again, we don't even have leadership to back up the lack of leadership that we're getting in at the federal level. Like, there is no backup plan. There are no backup leaders. There is no backup party. There is no backup groups. Because their level or what they consider leadership is being sassy and doing gotcha questions and sassy statements in press conferences.
Families also bracing for the worst. With more than 1 million SNAP recipients in this state, too, food pantries asking for donations to meet demand.
We have over 1.4 million recipients on the program here in the state of Michigan, so there will be an influx of more people coming to our food pantry lines.
On Capitol Hill, no end in sight to the stalemate. Democrats digging in, demanding Republicans negotiate on expiring Obamacare tax credits before premiums skyrocket for some 20 million Americans. Republicans largely united, saying they won't negotiate until after the government is reopened.
Veterans aren't getting services right now. The elderly aren't getting services right now. And pretty soon, needy children aren't going to eat.
And whose fucking fault is that? Literally yours. You slick fuck. This is the part that I don't like. These Republicans are saying this, like, these are the terrible things that aren't going to happen, when it is literally them. They are the cause. They are literally the ones that are doing it. Literally, Trump going out of his way to ensure that SNAP goes away. So, the audacity for me. Now, granted, there's a lot of good propaganda on the right. Fox News is parroting left, right, and center that it's the Democrats' fault. This piece of garbage is going to blame the Democrats, right? All of the Republicans are saying these are the things that are currently not happening, and it's the Democrats' fault, when it is very clearly, very objectively, the Republicans' fault, because they literally control both chambers of Congress, the House and the Senate. If there is any work to be done at all, it is on their shoulders to do it. And the fact that it's not happening, and they have the audacity to blame another party, and the other party does nothing but hold milquetoast press conferences, we're cooked, as the kids say.
Now, the Senate will return here to Washington tonight. Republicans have tried and failed 12 times to pass a bill to end this shutdown in that chamber. Meantime, the House of Representatives is on recess for the 5th straight week in a row. Speaker Johnson signaling he'll keep that chamber out until the Senate votes to reopen the government, George.
And how the hell can one person in the... okay. When can the House of Reps go to recess? The House of Reps can go on recess for various lengths of time, including daily breaks, annual recess, shorter recesses. Right, pro forma sessions. House leadership. Okay, so there it is. I hate using AI overview, but I guess that is where it would come from, is House leadership. So the Speaker of the House can just indefinitely hold a recess for Congress. Like, doesn't that again seem like an abject abuse of power and authority? Like, Constitution, House of Reps, recess. Like, is that in the Constitution? Like, it's gotta be, right? So, there's a recess appointment clause. Shall have the power to fill up all vacancies that may happen during the recess of the Senate by granting commissions which shall expire at the end of their next session. Okay, so, but that's a point. So, okay, now Trump can go ahead and unilaterally appoint people to fill vacancies without Senate confirmation. Which is, again, unprecedented power, which has also not been mentioned in the news. Like, so much shadowy shit is happening that it's crazy to me that the tinfoil hat conspiracy theorists are not having their brains explode. Because, like, this is the dark, shadowy government dealings that they have been warning about for decades. This is that right here. If you shut down Congress, the president will be like, okay, cool. Well, we're going to do these recesses, we're going to do, or these appointments, and we'll do, you know, whatever else that we can while Congress isn't doing their jobs. That's literally insane. And then apparently the president can adjourn Congress. Oh, so here we go. The president may on extraordinary occasions convene both houses or either of them, and in case of disagreement between them with respect to the time of adjournment, he may adjourn them to such time as he shall think proper. So far, the president has never exercised the power to adjourn Congress when the House and Senate cannot agree on a time to adjourn. But he can also tell them to convene. And that's another thing that's not happening. Trump could literally force the shutdown to stop by forcing them to talk. Now, I didn't know that. But that's pretty crazy when you really think about it. So this is the State of the Union. And then here's the extraordinary occasions. He shall receive ambassadors and other public ministers, and he shall take care that the laws be faithfully executed, and shall commission all the officers of the United States. Like, this is basically the president being given near total authority to operate the country by himself, or to interact on behalf of the country without approval. Because the show must go on, right? Except when everything that is happening is deliberate. Apparently, you can weaponize the Section 3 of the Article 2. That's that's wild. Okay, so the Senate is in session, but the House isn't. Okay, fair enough. Mike Johnson says that the House will be back in session after the Senate passes legislation to reopen the government, which evidently could be forced if Trump wanted to. Trump could tell Mike Johnson, you're going to convene the House of Representatives and get this shit done. Again, as president, if this were to ever happen under my administration, I would convene them. I would not allow the Congress to shut down. I would force them to stay open and in place and fucking deal with it. And if they fail to do so, I will start leveraging punishment against them, like charges and such, because this is unacceptable. You cannot just play political games with the lives of 330 million Americans. You just cannot fucking do that. And I'm not going to allow it. I fucking refuse to allow that to happen.